Have you ever looked death in the eye and seen it smiling back at you in 8,601 flawless diamonds? This is For the Love of God, the most provocative, glittering, and controversial sculpture of the 21st century. Created in 2007 by British artist Damien Hirst, this artwork is a platinum cast of a real human skull, completely encrusted with diamonds. It cost £14 million to produce. It was offered for sale at $50 million. And it immediately sparked one of the biggest debates in the art world. Is this the ultimate memento mori, or just the most expensive punchline in history? But there's more to the story than meets the eye. Let's start with the object. This isn't a replica. This is an 18th century human skull, bought from a taxidermy dealer in London. The man it once belonged to remains anonymous, a life forgotten, now immortalized in platinum. Hirst removed the lower jaw, cast the skull in platinum, and then, working with Bentley and Skinner, royal jewelers, covered the entire structure in over 1,100 carats of ethically sourced diamonds. The most valuable jewel sits in the forehead, a rare pink pear-shaped diamond known as the skull star. Alone, it's worth millions. And in a strange twist of fate, the artist kept the original teeth. A brutal reminder that beneath all the glamour, we are still human, still mortal. At first glance, For the Love of God feels like an outrageous display of wealth and ego. But what is it really saying? Hirst described it as a victory over death. Inspired by Aztec skulls, Renaissance memento mori, and the religious art of vanitas, it invites the viewer to consider life, death, and what we value in between. Are we afraid of dying, or afraid of being forgotten? In a world obsessed with beauty and money, this skull is a mirror. It's dazzling, seductive, but quietly horrifying. It asks a timeless question. If we cover death in diamonds, can we pretend it doesn't exist? When For the Love of God was unveiled, it caused shockwaves. Some called it a masterpiece. Others called it a stunt. Critics slammed it as bling for the end of the world. But then came the twist. Damien Hirst announced that the skull had sold to a private consortium for the full price, £50 million. That made it the most expensive contemporary artwork ever sold at the time. But who bought it? To this day, the details are murky. The buyers were never named. Some believe Hirst was part of the consortium himself, that the sale was more performance than transaction. A clever way to inflate value by blurring the line between commerce and concept. If true, it would only deepen the irony. A priceless skull that may never have actually left the artist's hands. 17 years later, For the Love of God remains a cultural lightning rod. It's toured museums. It's been the subject of essays, debates, and parodies. It stands at the intersection of art, mortality, luxury, and spectacle. But here's what many people miss. Damien Hirst wasn't mocking death. He was confronting it. In a world where we constantly try to beautify, deny, or ignore our mortality, he created a skull so beautiful we couldn't look away. The diamonds don't erase death. They illuminate it. As Hirst once said, you try to make sense of death by putting something eternal in its place. So the next time you see an image of For the Love of God, ask yourself, is this the most glamorous sculpture of all time? Or is it a haunted relic of our deepest fears? Maybe it's both. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more untold stories behind the world's most talked about art. Because behind every masterpiece lies a mystery.